What is going on, everybody? I go by Philly Mike, and this is the Philly Talk Podcast. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Let's get to the intro real quick. Second time doing this, so let's see how the technical difficulties work itself out. Play the intro.
This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike. Talking sixes in the bird gang, that's I like. Competition, we ain't scared, yeah, that's what we like. Win or lose, you know we showing up and we gon' fight. You see we strive for the sky every day that go by. And every single week we screaming fly, eagles fly. This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike, yeah. This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike, yeah.
Did y'all hear the intro? Let me know if y'all heard the intro. I don't know what's going on. We about to flip it over to the Jan side of things. So again, top of the link is a pinned comment. Can y'all hear me on the YouTube side? Did we see the intro and did y'all hear me? Again, some technical difficulties. We're going to talk about Denard Wilson, some players shouting him out to be the new DC. We're going to talk about NFC Offensive Player of the Year and Jalen Hurts. He's not the Offensive Player of the Year. He's the NFC Offensive Player of the Year. But shout out to everybody who said we can hear and the intro played. I'm going to, again, have the link at the top of the comment section. Sign up. Don't forget to use the promo code. The promo code is important. Shout out to everybody in the building.
Yo, Mike, what's going on, man?
It hurts, you know.
What's up? We got a couple of users up in here already. I like it.
What's going on, right, baby? That's the boss. Yo, what's up, Mike?
What's up? We about to chop it up. I definitely want to hear from you guys. Root of all Eagles, 100K, Mikey, and we got Lil Khalil in here. Shout out to everybody who's tuning in. So, how y'all feel? Root of Eagle. How do you feel about not having an OCDC name so far?
Man, I don't know what's taking so long, and we had some nice choices. So I'm kind of like getting to a point where it's like, Howie, what are you doing? But Howie always got a plan, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah, man,
just kind of waiting it out, man.
Yeah, I hear you for sure. The fact of the matter is this: we have time. I know the combine's starting soon, and you want guys in here to, watch tape and give their input on. Okay, well, we're gonna run this scheme. Look at this guy; he does this very well. Blah blah blah. I do believe in Howie Roseman. Just what got me mad is like the Chiefs were in the same boat as us, but they were looking for an OC only. We're looking for the OCDC. Both teams played in the Super Bowl, and I'm chilling on Friday, and next thing I know, they got their OC like this, and we still. Again, the DC is still up in the air. There's some candidates, of course. I believe Brian Johnson gets the OC position. And I some people are saying they want to announce it together. Okay, but just say Brian Johnson's the OC. What's wrong with that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How about you? How about you, Chaotic?
Listen, honestly, I'm content because it's just like when we was looking when we got rid of Dougie P, and we hired, before we hired Sirianni, everybody wanted us to go after these big names, Eric Bieniemy and everybody else, right? And nobody knew about Nick Sirianni. And then we hired Nick Sirianni, and I got videos to stamp it. I said he's gonna get us to the Super Bowl. So I believe, us having a little patience, waiting on the OCDC. Well, we already know OC position is pretty much going to be in-house. Somebody getting elevated, Johnson getting elevated, and he going to be the OC. So we really only looking for the DC. You know what I'm saying? And I got faith in Howie. You know what I'm saying? I got faith in Howie. He's been, he been doing a lot of good for us lately, man. So I don't think he's going to trickle back and let us down now when he's been doing a phenomenal job. So everything, happens for a reason, and patience is a virtue. So we just got to have a little patience. You know what I mean? The season don't start no time soon, so we can chill.
I hear you that. I ain't mad at it. Mikey, what's your take on it?
Good, man, close. But you know, gotta say, let's go Eagles.
Hey, I ain't mad at that. Stu Vision, Smitty Eagle.
sir.
What's your take on the lack of a name in an OCDC thus far?
I really, it's really kind of aggravating me, to be honest, bro. Like I've really been waiting.
Right?
Like it don't make no sense. Like everybody done went and got their OC, their DC, and we still sitting out here with our hands in the air.
I'm really not tripping on it.
I want to know who the DC is because I know who the OC
I'm really not
is.
tripping on it, Mike. I'm really not.
Why?
I'm not tripping on either one, because what I'm doing is I'm having confidence in the veteran players, because everybody talks about the core four, you know, the Lane Johnson, the Jason Kelsey, the Brandon Graham, and the Fletcher Cox. But everybody neglects to realize that we just created during this season a young core of players that literally can lead us into the future. So that four core, hey, let's think about this. Kelsey was helped grooming his replacement this whole past season. And really, if you think about it, so was Fletch. He was doing that with Jordan Davis. So really, if you think about it, that core four, half of it's really already replaced or in the building already. So I'm really not worried about the lack of OC and DC not being named yet, because the young core of players that came along with us this season, they're really the ones that we got to rely on to step up for the players coming in, and to keep the players that were there with them, to keep holding them accountable. So therefore, whoever the new DC and OC is, they should be able to step in and rely on those guys to say, hey, look, this is what I'm trying to teach y'all. I need y'all to step in. And as soon as y'all get it, to help the new guys coming along to be able to get in with the system, so that way we perform at a higher level.
Hey, Stu, does it ever become a problem? Is there a too late? Is there a too late moment?
There is a too late moment. The too late moment for me is if you don't have those guys named at least a month to 2 months before training camp and OTA starts, then you got a problem.
So you don't think I think they should be there.
You got at least
combine.
At least the most is the earliest is 2 months beforehand, a month and a half. If you ain't got it at least a month and a half early, now you pushing it.
Yeah.
Look here.
Well, Mike,
the thing,
I think they should be there for all the rookie shit too, because you got to pick players to be a part of this defense, bro.
You know what, Smitty? I don't disagree with you at all, Smitty, because really, if you got him in there before the draft thing come along, that's better. That's substantially and financial and so far better. But if you got him at least a couple weeks to a month after, to where you got him in there and you can talk to him a little bit and kind of give him the gist of what you want done, to leading into training camp and OTAs, to you getting them familiar with it. As long as you can get those vet guys to understand what you wanted to do beforehand to help bring those other guys along. But if you could get it in there at least shortly before the draft or shortly after. You can't wait more than 2 to 3 weeks after the draft to get them in. You got to have it in there before.
That's what I'm worried about. I'm worried about if we wait too long and then we have no other options but.
I'm worried about that too. I'm worried about that too. I believe if you are a true diehard Eagles fan that understands football, I'm worried about that.
Yeah. I think we're having some technical difficulties with Root of All Eagles. Hey, Vel, what's going on with you? I think your mic is muted.
Vel, your mic's muted.
What's up, Vel?
Vel, you muted.
Yeah, he's muted.
Yeah, I don't even know if he can hear us.
Yeah, he muted right now.
But go ahead, Root. Continue what you were saying.
I was just saying, can you hear me, by the way?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear nothing.
Yeah,
Boss.
I hear you.
Yeah, so look, I was just saying, the thing is, I'm thinking is if we wait too long, then we're going to have no other options but to promote from within. And oh boy, is a part of the Gannon tree. That's what concerns me.
Denard
That's what
Wilson
concerns me.
No, hold on. Denard Wilson got some history with Seattle first, though.
and the
Yeah.
Jets. He got some history
He was with
under
those
Todd
guys
Bowles and stuff.
with part of the end part of Legion of Boom, and with the end part of the Legion of Boom, and a little after. Denard Wilson was with them then, so he got some skin in the game too.
Yeah, real
Hey,
quick.
I think that coach from Georgia getting some real consideration though.
Shula,
Yeah.
how you feel about that?
We need to go with Denard.
I'm not against it because we have been seen to draft Georgia defenders, so bringing him in could be a plus because he knows how to use Jordan Davis. He knows how to use Nakobe Dean. So and then they're saying we might go get another one, like a D tackle or something from Georgia. I mean, if you bring him in and he's familiar with the defense, then I'm cool with it.
But here's the thing about it, Smitty. You can't really just rely on him just because of those Georgia guys, because there's other guys on that defense that didn't play in that. So you can't just rely on that. You got to really have a guy that can be in tune with what every guy on the defense is capable of doing, not just those Georgia guys.
I understand you on that, Stu. I'm saying though, we just came through a season where we said Jordan Davis wasn't that great. We didn't see Nakobe Dean. I would like a coach that could get them boys in the perfect
Jordan Davis was doing great before he got hurt.
He was better before.
Stuff.
After the injury,
after the injury, you got to think we grabbed Sue and Joseph. You had to rotate those guys in there too. Those are veteran guys that you just brought in. That while Jordan Davis was out, they showed that hey, we can make some plays in here. So you had to rotate them in there.
I think Jordan Davis did all right, man. You know, he a rookie. He has some veterans come in there. You know what I mean? He takes some of his play time up. I think he did everything that he needed to do to solidify his
I said that same thing. You know I said the same thing with Derek Barnett and all those other guys when you had Chris Long and all of those guys rotating in. I said those guys are taking reps from guys like Derek Barnett where he could use those reps to actually be better than we've seen. Now, I'm not going to sit there and champion on behalf of Derek Barnett because we all know he's a penalty before he's a plus. We all know that. But if he's got those reps, those extra reps that he's taking, is he not more in tune with what the snap count and with what his defensive line mates are doing with him? So he's less of a liability?
Well, let me ask you this real quick. Let me ask you this, and I want to get the answer from the whole panel. How do you feel if you're the Eagles organization and you see Darius Slay commenting on Denard Wilson's should be a DC, CJ Garner-Johnson co-signing it like this dude? CJ literally said that he thinks that he could get the best out of me, and we just saw a six interception season while only playing 12 games, and he's over here saying Denard Wilson will make him even better. So, Chaotic, let's start with you. What is your take on some of your star guys that will be here? Because we definitely going to lock up C.J. Garner-Johnson, calling out for Denard Wilson to be the DC.
I mean, it just depends on what star calling on him. Like Slay, I don't know. Slay disappointed me this season, honestly, man. Like, I really was. I had a lot of issues with his play this season, man. So he might. I don't know. He might have to get replaced. I don't know, but it's just it's iffy right now. You know, as far as like players calling on certain coaches that they want, but I don't know. He might know something we don't know. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? He might know something we don't. You know, I'm not saying he trash. I'm just saying he disappeared this season. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I really don't know yet.
Root.
I never even really thought about that.
Right.
Go ahead, Root. What do you think about the players advocating for Denard Wilson? I think your mic is muted. Go ahead, Vel. What's your take on Denard Wilson?
Oh, okay. I think the league is moving more in the direction of it being like a players' league, kind of similar to the NBA. And I think that if these veteran guys, some of the best players on our defense, is vouching for this guy, I think this guy deserves a chance, because at the end of the day, I think chemistry plays a big part in the effectiveness of the defense. And we don't know, these dudes might not have been rocking with Gannon like that. You know what I mean? And we had a strong secondary last year, and this dude was the coach. So if they vouching for this guy, you know what I mean? I can't do but trust in the players, because they're the ones that got to go out there and get the job done. You know what I mean? So I say give him a shot.
But sometimes that could be, players vouching for somebody because they feel as though it's sweet for them. I mean, they can get away with certain things that they won't get away with a coach that's going to be in their ass.
Yeah, but I mean, you looking at Slay though, he a veteran. He want to win. These guys want to win.
They all everybody should be hungry after that Super Bowl.
I kind of gotta go with Slay and CJ Gardner-Johnson, because it reminds me of something that happened before this one coach is not with us no more. You got to think about it. When we was looking for a new head coach, look how everybody was stepping up and talking for Deuce Staley. Now, does any of us believe that Deuce Staley cannot be a head coach in this league? I believe all of us would say Deuce Staley is worthy of being a head coach. They spoke up for him. I don't think it's because of, no, they not going to get on him like that, because we all know Deuce. He's a no-nonsense dude. It's because I think these players want to take on the personality of the guy calling the plays. And if you think about this, I really want y'all to think about this. Slay and CJ Gardner-Johnson, both, before they came to the Philadelphia Eagles, were a part of aggressive defensive schemes where they were up on the defender, where they were up on the receiver. They were getting hands on them, playing press, bump, and run coverage. You come to Gannon's scheme, and you playing 7 to 8 to 10 yards off, playing a zone scheme, and that ain't what you really want to do. They're calling for guys, they're calling for coaches that they feel as though that's the guy that's going to call the plays that I want to run in the scheme that I want to be. Think about this, y'all.
Yeah.
Y'all go on the Pivot podcast with Brian Clark and them and listen to what Brian Dawkins said. They asked him a question. If you a young Eagles fan and you watching that defense play, which jersey are you getting? He flat out said without hesitation, I'm getting a 23.
Right.
I'm getting 23.
I'm getting 7.
Because he sees 23 as a young version of himself.
I'm getting 7. Listen, they both shine.
It's either 7, it's 7, it's 23, or it's number 2. That's it. Those are the only 3 defensive jerseys I'm getting.
If I was going to get number 2, it had to be the Hurts number 2 jersey.
I already got the Hurts number 2. I got the Hurts and the Slay number 2.
Listen, Slay disappointed me this season, so he
no. You got think about what I just said.
His ass back to the graveyard in Detroit.
You said he disappointed you. Tell me how many times. Tell me how many times he got tried this season. Tell me how often he really got tried this season.
He was barbecue chicken out there a lot this season, man.
He did not really get thrown at a lot this year.
We had the best
but when he did get thrown at, it cost us.
The majority of the time, it did not. It cost us a few times, and you're highlighting those few times. It's not that he caught us a lot. It's a few times he got caught, and you want to focus on those few times. See what, AK, you being the typical Negadelphian. Stop that, bro.
Yeah, look, listen. There wasn't much we could be negative about last year.
It really wasn't, yo.
Again, at times.
But you know the squad is, man. Listen. I'm born in the city, live in the city. I am Philly. You see, listen,
bro. Trust me. It does hurt. Here's the thing. I'm not gonna lie. It does hurt, bro. It does hurt, bro. 43.
but you know what it is, though? It hurts me more because I know you know better than that, and I know you can play better than that. That's why it hurts so much.
But see, here's why it only disappoints me and it doesn't hurt me. Think about this, bro. Let's think about what we thought coming into the season.
Honestly, I already knew he was going to the Super Bowl.
As a collective fan base. Now, hold on. Mike, you know for a fact, Mike, you know for a fact, I've been championing us to do big all year. You seen when I did call-ins, I was telling you, we blowing people out.
Let me ask you a question. Honestly, who feels as though we, like, this season coming up, we're going back to the Super Bowl?
I do. I definitely do.
I'm gonna say this. It depends on one thing. It depends on one thing.
But I don't know.
Listen, that ball hurts.
One thing. It depends on one thing.
Hurts is special.
If we don't bring back 23 and 97, no.
23 ain't
going nowhere.
Tag him regardless.
We still got to bring back Hargrave. If we don't bring back Hargrave, we ain't going.
Well, if we don't bring back, listen, let's just say this: if we don't bring back Hargrave, we almost know that number 10 pick might be a D tackle. You know what I mean?
Right.
But here's the thing about it: that number 10 pick may be a D tackle, but is he going to have the experience, the savvy, and the hunger?
I'm all for bringing back Hargrave.
That Joe Hargrave will have
11 sack season at the D tackle position. You can't afford to let him go. I'm hoping we can work something out with CJ Gardner-Johnson not using the tag. Like, I want to get his deal done this year, and then having that tag to maybe float around for somebody else. I think, like, here's my key guys I think that we're not going to bring back, right? Bradbury, I don't think is coming back. I don't think Isaac Seumalo's coming back. I don't think Kaiser White's coming back.
No,
I don't think.
No, we got to bring him back. We got to bring him back.
If it's TJ Edwards,
he got that sideline speed. He got that. No, I got to have Kaiser White. He got that sideline speed for
Kobe Dean.
Run like a package.
We got to
have that.
Hey, Kaiser
and
White,
it's a lot of inside linebacker free agents, man. So I think Howie gonna make something happen. You know. And
like seriously, TJ can go. TJ can go.
I'm taking TJ over Kaiser only because of the position. Listen, Nakobe Dean has a better chance to come in and fill Kaiser White's shoes than he has to fill TJ. Nakobe Dean ain't being the Mike linebacker.
TJ is too slow to react downhill in the run game. TJ is too slow to react to that. Kaiser is better.
Some type of thumper in the middle, though. You know what I mean?
TJ is so slow to react. He is one step too early, but 10 steps too late. TJ is too slow
had a
to
really
react
good season.
downhill.
What are we talking about?
He had a good year, but if you really watched him play, he was slow reacting in the run game. He was the reason why our run deep. He missed more tackles than everybody on the team.
That's cap. That's cap.
No.
That's cap.
Bro, he missed more tackles.
You're still celebrating. You're still celebrating.
I swear to God, go back and watch the film. TJ Edwards ate more grass. TJ ate more grass than goats.
Hey, yo.
Go back and watch the film. He ate more grass than goats.
Bro,
he ate more grass than goats, man.
Man, I'm taking TJ Edwards over Kaiser White.
More grass than cows, homie.
Nah,
he was diving for tackles and ate more grass than
Kaiser left running backs and tight ends wide open.
So hold up. So you're telling me the guy who you're saying he missed so many tackles and still led our team in tackles?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, come on.
He missed, yes. Hey, bro, if you really watched him play, literally, everybody, literally.
We didn't
look at the stats, man. Kaiser White,
I guarantee you, he missed 4 tackles to everybody's 1. Go back and watch the film. He missed 4 tackles to everybody's 1.
Hey, I'm excited.
He
Hey, I
would
want to
miss
see. I
4
want to see
tackles
what
to every
I want
other
to see if Blankenship gonna grow, man.
That's my
Blankenship.
dude.
Oh,
That's my dude.
I want to get everybody's opinion on this real quick. So Marcus Epps, I think he played good in the beginning. He had a stretch where he was getting beat up a little bit. I don't think he's going to be expensive. So again, sometimes you got to look at the bang for your buck.
You can bring him
Marcus
back.
Epps back.
I like Epps, but see, he only got when he didn't look good is when it was a mismatch. If you really look at it,
He's not a man. He's not a man cover guy.
Right,
he's a zone guy.
But he come through, man. I like that
for the big hit.
He comes through when you least expect him to, and he does. He'll give you a big play, a good PBU. And there were some INTs that I wish he would have grabbed this year.
Right.
There was a few of them, but I would bring him if you can bring him back on a team friendly deal. Hell yeah, you bring Epps back.
I don't think it'll be hard to bring him back.
No, it's not. It shouldn't be.
Right.
I would just take Blankenship and CJ. Cool.
They gonna listen. I'm like 100% sure both of them gonna be here.
Well, Blankenship's still under contract.
Blankenship's under contract. He ain't going nowhere.
Okay.
Cheap contract too, because what was he? He was a undrafted rookie free agent. So
yeah, he under contract.
He getting like $20.
Hey, Mike.
I think pairing him and CJ Gardner-Johnson up, Blankenship and CJ Gardner-Johnson, well, that's something serious.
Yeah, I like
That's
that.
what I
like
want to
that
see.
pair too.
I think we need to get a solid running back.
Okay, let's talk about Miles Sanders real quick. What's going on with Sanders? You seen him? He said, I hope y'all love me as much as I love y'all. What's going on with Sanders? What are y'all doing with Sanders?
Hey, bro. On his way out. He already.
I like him, but I'm just saying, we need that LeGarrette Blount type running back, man. You get a running back that's big and sturdy like that. You see what we do. We didn't have that since we missed out on LeGarrette Blount that can bring him back. And we brought,
Hey, Chaotic, I got a question for you. Would you take Zeke?
I'm gonna make y'all niggas laugh when I talk.
You said you want a power runner. Would you take
I'm gonna say y'all hell no.
Hell no, I can't do it.
Would I take Zeke?
But I'm gonna say this.
I don't like Zeke. Zeke.
Take the Cowboy out of it. Hold on, wait. Take the Cowboy out of it. Nah.
That's hard to do. That's hard to do. That's hard to do.
Anybody thought about bringing back Josh Adams?
Draft a young hungry running back.
They should try to go get
Zeke well fed over there. We don't need him.
Anybody thought about bringing back Josh Adams?
Josh Adams.
That was like 2 seasons ago, right?
Hey, hold up.
I wouldn't. Eagle 17 came and said that nigga wildin'.
That nigga's still wildin'.
So real quick, we got 2 more people on the screen. Talking Eagles and Fly Eagle 17. Let me get y'all Miles Sanders.
I'm gonna keep it a bean. At running back, anybody think about Josh Jacobs getting ready to be a free agent?
That's expensive.
But he's gonna want to get paid.
I wouldn't go there because it's gonna make it too hard to bring back some of the free agents that we got. It's gonna make it way
That's
too
true.
hard to
That's
bring
true.
them back.
Anybody think about this? Think about it like this. The franchise tag is 10.1. Anybody ever think that if we offer Miles 8.5, 8.6, he'll take that and stay here?
I just don't think it's worth
just to be part because he's familiar with this offensive system.
Miles don't want to go nowhere. He's gonna take what we offer him.
Yeah.
You give him 8.5, 8.6.
Whatever we offer him, honestly.
Real quick.
He want to stay in Philly. He loves Philly. He don't want to go nowhere because he know his best opportunity to win is here.
I don't think
he's a Pennsylvania kid too.
I don't think nobody in the history of the NFL ever said, "Please take
it back."
That IG anybody was crazy. That IG message was crazy.
There's 2 running backs in the NFL right now that I actually used to watch them boys play in high school, and that's Miles Sanders and James Conner. I live up here in Erie, PA, where James Conner grew up at. I watched him play in high school. When he came out in the draft, I was crying for the Eagles to pair him and Miles Sanders up in the backfield. because then you got your big bruiser back, and then you still got your slasher.
Right.
If you give Miles, I guarantee you, he a PA kid, he a homegrown PA dude. If the franchise tag is 10-1, you offer that kid 8-3, 8-5, he's staying in Philly. And now you got somebody that's familiar,
the problem is,
with the
I
system.
don't think Howie want to pay 8. I think he's trying to pay like 6.
I don't think Howie
to pay like
it's not about Howie now. It's not about. Here's the thing about it. There are certain guys in that locker room that if Howie don't pay him,
I think he's a good back. But I think
there's certain guys in that locker room that if you don't pay, that's a cold.
Hold on 1 second, Stu. Hold on 1 second, Stu.
Off like he was. I mean, he was effective, but I feel like, man, our offensive line is so good at the run game.
Way too good.
He doesn't have the value for the price that he deserves. He should go get his money. You know what I mean? We should draft a young, hungry running back.
You know, hey, what was that running back we had though?
Everybody's missing about that. Here's what everybody's missing about that. This is what everybody, like y'all said, this is beginning to be a players' league, right? So if other players around the league are watching and watch this dude play his entire rookie contract, and in that last year, he gave you everything. Over 12, damn near 1,300 yards and over 10 touchdowns.
His best career game.
And he's telling you, look, I want to be here. This is where I want to be.
Well, let me just.
If that's a guy in the locker room. That's the head running back in the locker room. That's one of the guys. If you don't pay that guy as the GM, you losing the team.
Look, here's the thing. Let me just say this real quick.
He's not saying, hey, bro, that's one of us that went through players. They are looking at the GM and say, they're looking at the GM and saying,
Stu, let me just say this real quick. Stu, 1 second.
It all with us.
Hey, Stu, listen to this.
On point, it'd be different, but
let me just say this real quick.
Saying that you protection, you know what I'm saying?
Really?
Else, man, go get his bread.
Real quick,
I want you to think about this.
Dude,
because you just said that.
Hey,
I want you to think about
let me
this.
just say this real quick, Stu. Look, saying you want to stay in Philly and then taking the money that's going to keep you in Philly are two different things, though. You know what I mean? Like, until the numbers come out, we're going to see how much he wants to stay in Philly when we start hearing this is kind of what Miles Sanders' camp is looking for. For all these other running backs, Josh Jacobs, Dalvin Cook, all these guys, if we don't have the money to sign Miles, we're not going to sign anybody else. Because the reason Miles won't come back if he's not back is because of the money, because of paying Jalen, because of getting as many guys on defense back as possible, and believing that, yes, we love what Sanders did, but running back in this league is a dime a dozen. No matter what we want to say, the position is getting devalued. There's more than one running back on the team that's useful, and we've seen. Look, Todd Gurley, Zeke, everybody gets paid, and then the days of the contract they're all making money, they're not really that effective because it's downhill.
Hey, Mike. Here's what's so funny.
I love
Hey, Mike, here's what's so funny. My 8-5 offer don't sound so stupid now that you say that, do it.
The 8-5 is cool. If
because literally, you know for a fact that 8-5 will keep him here. He's familiar with the offense, and the offense can still work with him being here.
All right, look.
That don't sound so crazy now.
Hey, if Howie was trying to pay 8-5, right? Then what would be the issue of signing him right now? He's not trying to pay 8-5. We got 17 free agents.
Because at this particular moment,
20 mil for 3 years.
Because right now, because he can't do it right now because free agency period is not open. Who's to say they're not negotiating that right now?
They're gonna restructure it after a year or two.
Yeah, they can't discuss that right now because the free agency period not open.
Running back is an instinct position. You don't really need to be coached.
Especially with our line. Especially with our line.
It's an instinct position. It's not something you need to be well groomed professionally. If you good, you
chemistry matters.
You know what I mean? So
But
we
chemistry
just got
matters.
our
7th round rookie.
and we could sign up these positions that require a little bit more grooming.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
It's
that's
our
But
why
chemistry,
it's value,
this is what I
you
keep
know?
trying to say.
Everybody want to be a running
Chemistry
back
and continuity
It's
matters.
a big spot. You know what I mean?
Chemistry and continuity matters. And if you're used to the running back that's behind you, or the running back, you're used to the old line that's in front of you, think of how much more productive you are as a running back or as an old line and as an offense in general as a whole.
But still,
Look, what I'm doing, what I would do.
Penny not the starter though.
Let me what I would do, honestly, our offense is damn near solidified for 3-4 years, isn't it? Other than what our right guard and our running back, that's pretty much it on the offensive side.
That's it.
That's it. You know,
We
what I
not
mean?
Like right guard, running back, and we hold on. I think we all agree we need to upgrade at wide receiver 3. We got to do that.
I wouldn't even go there yet. That would be the last move I make. That would be the last move I make this offseason.
I agree with that.
Listen, here's my take on the wide receiver 3.
But we do need to upgrade though.
Okay, but here's
No,
the
we
thing.
do need to upgrade, but that would be my last move.
We have more
Yeah.
blessings.
Elijah Moore.
Let talking for Eagles go. Let talking all Eagles go.
Yeah, hey, talking all Eagles. Let me hear you.
What about Elijah Moore at number 3?
That's money, though.
That's
it's money. That's why. That's exactly
Let-
why I would do that last, because we got too much other things, especially with defense. We have to fill in our defense before we even touch the offense.
Yeah.
I would draft like a running back that can run behind it, put Gainwell at number 1, go get
And
a
what
free
cost
agent,
us the
free
Super
agent
Bowl?
big back, get a free
What
agent big
cost us
back,
the Super Bowl?
and fill our defense up.
Defense, secondary.
Why did we
Fill
lose
our
the Super
defense
Bowl?
up.
Secondary.
Why did we lose the Super Bowl?
CB2.
So that's why we addressed that first.
Well, let me just say
Defense,
this. Hold on. Look,
That defense.
let's talk realistically about the wide receiver 3, right? It's a wide receiver 3. Not
Exactly.
only is he wide receiver 3, but in production,
It's a
he's
four.
going to be
It's a
4
four.
because it goes to AJ, Devontae, and
Yep,
Cotter.
it's a 4.
So here's my thing. If you are worried about the 4th person being productive in your offense over your D tackle, over your secondary, over anything else, then I got a problem with that. This is the thing. If somehow after we
He dropped the
this, that, and the
guaranteed
third-
touchdown pass, Mike. Stop that. He dropped the guaranteed touchdown pass in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but
that's not what he's saying, though.
Come on now.
Yeah, but that's still not the reason.
Listen to what he's saying. That's not what he's saying. Listen to what he's saying.
I don't care about his productivity. I care about his negative.
No, listen to what Mike's saying. You missing what he's saying.
You're missing the point. Way over the head.
For sure.
That's what I care about.
For sure.
He's
I don't care about his
negative
contributing
impact
to the
plays.
game. I need him to be solid.
We still
and I need him not to have negative
though, right?
impact plays.
Pascal could just take his spot.
No, listen, what Mike just
This
said.
is a guy
to focus
who's
on that before
man. You know
worry
what I'm
about
saying?
another wide receiver.
We ain't got to
That's-
sign
This is a
somebody.
guy who doesn't trust his own ability. He doesn't trust his own
The
ability.
thing about it is, he's had probably like 5 deep balls. That's what we have him for. We have him to stretch the field, get a deep ball.
Right.
He fumbled 1 of them and dropped 2 of them.
He got 2 of them took from him.
Like he fumbled 1, dropped 2.
Like,
that was
come
wide
on.
open touchdowns.
They
Like what are we
took 2
doing?
off
But
him.
that was still
And
my
one of those
last worry.
look, that one play he dropped where it was like literally, he didn't have to jump to try to catch that ball. If he runs through it, he catches that in stride and walks in for a touchdown.
That's still not why we
That's
lost.
the
though.
difference between 7 and
He
3,
would have been
bro.
tackled inside of 10.
My thing is, that's not what we lost, though, Stu.
Correct.
We still ain't lose because of that catch.
Nah.
We lost.
Because
Okay.
We ain't
Okay,
lose
answer
that
this
catch.
question.
We
lost by how many points did we lose by?
Yeah, but we lost because of the defense.
We lost by 3 points, right?
Yeah.
We couldn't stop.
We only got 3 points on that drive, and we could have got 4 more. We would have won by a point.
Stupid.
That may not be the one play why we lost, but that's one of the reasons why we lost.
There was many reasons why. Hey, Stu, hold on 1 second.
But see, here's the thing about it. This is why I don't hold him that much and don't hold him that responsible. Because if y'all go back to that Cowboys game, if Minshew wasn't fading back on his back foot and threw the goddamn pass, set himself and threw it on our first 3rd down on our first opening drive, that's the difference between 7 and 3. It's those little plays.
So hold on.
It's those little things.
You rather upgrade the wide receiver 3 and go out there and play with 5 guys on defense. That's pretty much what you're saying. That's what we're trying to say. if our
5,000, Mike, no, Mike. You know damn well that's not what I'm saying, Mike. Stop that.
Important things that we got to accomplish this offseason than our fourth productive pass catcher. That is the least. As Fly Eagles 17 said, yes, if we can.
But that's the problem. Why is he our fourth productive? Why is he our fourth productive?
Because he got 3 superstars in front of him.
What do you mean?
Honestly,
if he's been in this offense this long, he should be more productive than especially if he's the deep guy. Come on, you can't be the deep guy and you dropping the deep passes.
We got 2 number ones though. You know
but you're the deep guy. You know your opportunities are limited. So when your opportunities come, you can't just drop them.
You know what I can say though? You know what I want to say? You know what I want to say? Y'all remember in the preseason, right? In the offseason, when we seen those videos of AJ and Devontae and Jalen, I can guarantee you that Quez will be in there this season.
Yeah.
He'll be in those workout sessions this year.
He better be.
He confronted it. Listen, he said straight up that he felt like he regressed and he got to get better. It's mental. Listen, at the end of the day, I'm going to put my chips on him fixing his mistakes.
I will
than us making it top of the priority list to go get a wide receiver who catches a wide receiver 3 who's really wide receiver 4 because tight ends in the NFL are wide receivers. The top 5 tight ends in the league are all wide receivers, really. Let's be honest. They play like wide receivers. That being said, again, we got to figure out what we're doing at running back. We got to figure out our D tackles. We got to figure out this, that, and the third. I don't care about wide receiver 4 at this point.
Right
that is my whole thing.
Right.
Can
I agree.
I want all wide receiver 4 to be like the Bengals.
Right there. You know what I mean? That's a T.Y. Hilton move in the middle of the season.
I want to have the best O-line in the league and have a wide receiver core like the Bengals to go along with it.
But we do. They just have to. Quez just has to tighten up. We do have that. Quez just has to tighten up.
Exactly my point. So I say either A.
But even with that, the Bengals don't have Dallas Goedert either though. Bengals don't got him.
Bengals only got Chase and
they ain't got
Higgins.
Dallas.
They got Chase and Higgins, man. We got a better offense
and Boyd.
Tyler Boyd's good.
You trying to count Tyler Boyd?
Hey, Mike.
Tyler Boyd ain't good.
Okay, but here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Listen,
real quick.
But they ain't
so
better
look,
than
again,
us.
they got 3 guys.
Boyd, you trying to tell me Boyd ain't better than Watkins?
No, he is. But listen, Stu. All right, Stu, let me ask you this. Stu, let me ask you this. Is Tyler Boyd is Tyler Boyd a more reliable source than Dallas Goedert? Again, wide receiver, tight end. But here's my thing. If you want to go AJ versus Chase, if you want to go Smitty versus Higgins, I'm taking Dallas Goedert.
Hold on. Time out. Stop.
You only got 3 timeouts. What do you
I live up here. Hold on. Time out. Stop, Mike. Stop, Mike. Stop.
He said he only got 3 timeouts.
I live up here. Hold on. Stop. I live in Erie, Pennsylvania, which is mainly a predominantly Ohio football area. I get Bengals, Browns, and Bills games all the damn time. Would I take Boyd's production over Goddard's? I watch these games. Hell yes, I would.
Dude, hell no. Come on, dude.
Get him out of here.
Come on.
I'm trying. Listen, man. I'm not downing Dallas Goedert. I'm not saying Dallas Goedert is chopped liver, bro. I'm not saying that. But if y'all really bro, listen. I'm 43 years old. I've been studying this game for 37 years. I'm not saying this to down Dallas Goedert at all. I got love for Goddard. I believe in this dude. But I watch football. I study football. If y'all really will go back and y'all really watch,
you want to be real about it? Stu, I'm gonna be real about it. I'll take Goddard over Higgins, to be honest with you.
You out your goddamn mind and the truth ain't in you.
I'll take Goddard.
Boy, you a lie and the truth ain't in you. No, you not taking Goddard over Higgins.
Yeah, I'm telling you I am.
Bro, Fly Eagle 17. What the fuck is you drunk on, nigga?
I'm taking
you drunk on, bro.
I agree.
You spread Goddard out. He spread Goddard out, bro. He's making the same.
Y'all, I don't know what y'all drinking, but y'all need to stop and put it down.
You drinking that Ohio?
Hey, wait, listen. Let me just say this real quick. Check this out.
I'm not. You not taking Goddard over Higgins. Stop lying.
Yes, I will. As a weapon, not as a wide receiver, but as a weapon. Like, okay, if I need,
let's look at the numbers.
You're not doing that over Higgins. No, you're not.
Let me say this:
if you truly know football, you not taking Goddard over Higgins. You're not. Higgins is an NFL number one, bro.
Stu, let me just say this real quick. Stu,
NFL number one. Stop.
No, he's a number two. He's a two.
No, he's a legit NFL number one, bro. I'm telling you.
All right, let me say this, Stu.
He ain't got number one.
Listen, Stu,
he's a two, bro. He's a two. I'm telling you, he's an official, artificial.
No, Higgins is a legit.
Forget all about that. Hey, Stu Vision, listen. You use your timeout real quick. Here's the thing. Tyler Boyd, did he play? You watch all the Cincinnati games, right? Did he play all 17 games?
Yes.
Did he play all 17 games?
No.
How many games did he miss?
He missed like 2.
He missed 4 games.
How many games did
Goddard miss? He missed one less game than Goddard did. He missed one less game than Goddard.
Okay, and they're 50 yards different and 2 touchdowns. This is a wide receiver versus a tight end who missed almost the same amount of time and has 50 more yards. I'm taking Dallas Goedert over Tyler Boyd for
listen to me. Like I just said, you didn't pay attention, Mike, because I tried to tell you. Go back and watch the games. Joe Burrow, his number one, he's going to stare down Chase. He's going to stare him down.
I don't care.
Listen, Boyd, the only time he sees Boyd is standing there wide open for at least 5 to 6 seconds before he throws the damn ball.
We're going to blame a top 5 quarterback. We're going to blame a top 5 quarterback why Tyler Boyd doesn't got 1,000 yards. Knock it off.
Mike, I'm telling you.
Stu,
Mike, you watch the Eagles on Mike. As much as you go through the Eagles all 22, Mike, go through the Bengals all 22 and tell me what you see. And then you'll come back and you'll look at me and go, all right, bro, my bad. You're right.
Bro, I can say that with Goddard too. Because A.J. Brown's always open on
you
can't.
Say
it with any third.
No, you cannot.
Goddard be open.
Yeah.
Goddard be open, bro.
We just got that vertical.
I guarantee you, if you go through the play progression, Goddard is normally number 2 in the progression. Goddard is normally number 2 in the play progression through every game this season that he plays in. Go back and watch the film, Mike. Tell me I'm wrong when you go back and watch it. Every game that he's in, Goddard is always number 2 in the progression.
He's not always number 2.
Always number 2.
That's cap.
Go back, okay, Mike. Bro, if you go back and watch the film of every game he played, I promise you'll change what you said. I promise you'll change. You'll be like, all right, yeah, you're right, bro. He was. He's always at least number 2 in the progression, no later than number 3.
Tyler
Boyd is at least number 4 or 5 in the progression in the Cincinnati Bengals offense.
I don't even think that's.
Can we move
4
on
or 5?
Let's get back on the Eagles.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
Because he always goes to Chase. He always goes to Mixon. And then the tight end.
Yeah, let's
always way over here.
Let's Eagle 17 talk. Let's get a little bit more. Let's let people talk. Let people figure stuff. Let's have a conversation.
Wide receivers or whatever. I'm honestly about to get off the wide receivers. I want to know what y'all think we supposed to do. What we should do with Sayed Malu right now.
To me, he's gone for the simple fact that he's gonna get paid. He's gonna get paid.
I'm just asking. I just want to know. I don't know what we would. I'm just asking. He might want to get paid, but he might want to stay too, because he's been here forever, and he got the injury. He's been injured most of his career. Yeah. So it's like he might not get the bag that you think he might get, and we might be able to get him. So if we able to get him, do you think we sign him, or do you think we let him walk?
I think he's gonna walk.
Man, we got Jerry. It depends on what Chelsea gonna do though.
I mean, with our offensive line coach, I don't care. I was just asking the question. But,
hey, let me ask you.
That's the reason why. That's the reason why I'm like,
Yeah, with our coach, I don't care. I just asked. He's been here for six years, right?
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's why I'm like.
Wow, that's what I was asking,
Yeah, he came in with Chip Kelly and been the best O-line coach in the league since. So that's why I'm like, whoever, don't get me wrong, if we can keep him, cool. But if not,
that was more so of the question, Stu. It was more so like, if we can keep him, do we keep him or do we let him go?
If we can for the continuity, yeah. But if not, for what?
Yeah, fuck it.
What's your take,
Stout,
Val?
like think about it. You think Stout ain't got the next guy ready?
He got to
Yeah, for sure. But that's our next center too. So that's a
No, he's not our next center. He's not our next center. Cam Jurgens is. Yeah, the one we drafted last year.
So who they gonna put in that guard?
See, that's the thing about it. He said he's willing to play guard for a year if he got to.
Yeah, but if he's willing to, say if Kelsey leaves and we put Jurgens in at center, now we got that guard position wide open.
Yeah, we got. Now, don't get me wrong. We got to draft somebody that either draft somebody.
I think Kelsey coming back for another season.
I think he is too. I think he is too. He would have retired already.
Hey, let me ask you a question. What you think we should do with that number 10 pick, though?
Me?
Corner. 10. Do you think we should keep it, or you think we should trade out to get more picks?
I think we should trade out to get more picks. Y'all don't want to know my real answer for what we should do with that first pick, though.
I want to know.
I want to know.
Corner.
I want to know. That's why I asked.
Y'all don't want to know my answer. That's what it is. Y'all don't want to know.
Coach Stu, you got to chill for a minute. Hold on.
No, I want all of y'all to go talk. I want all of y'all to talk.
Chill out for a minute, Coach Stu.
I got you.
What I was
saying, you got too much of that Ohio River in you right now.
I think,
get ready to get some of these meatball subs in me.
Y'all know how to feel. Hear me out real quick. Listen, but no, what I would say is, honestly, we'll trade back, not too far, but I would trade back far enough, and I will make a splash draft situation. I will go ahead and draft Bijan, honestly, and I will use the second pick for a corner.
30.
Everything else will be in the free agency because we would if you my logic in that is you can sign Miles, you can sign another running back, you can sign people, but if you draft Bijan, you got him for 5 years and he's a splash. That's our offense is solidified for at least 3 years. Everybody is under contract. Then you go solidify your defense, and in the free agency, you just take off. You sign back who you got to sign back. You get what you got to get in defense. Free agency, you handle that. Next year, we'll be able to, not even next year, but this year in the draft, we'll be able to draft more defensive players, and we'll build on the defense. But right now, that'll solidify every question on the offense.
That sounds legit, though. That sounds like something that might go down like that.
That's what I think. I honestly feel, because it's like, who's a splash player that we can get other than Bijan?
A corner one that
we can trade
they
back.
They talk about this one corner. I forgot his name.
Gonzalez. I like Gonzalez. I like Witherspoon. I like Porter. Gonzalez is from Oregon, and I like Joey Porter. Porter from Penn State too.
We're definitely in the corner though.
Yeah.
I trade the 30 to move up in the second and get a running back in the second.
But
okay, what you say?
Hey, Smitty, what we doing? What you think we should do, Smitty?
Tough in the second, I think.
All right, so my opinion is I would trade back to 14. I would take Devin Witherspoon with the 14th. At 30, I would take Gibbs out of Alabama. That's how I do it.
See, you be watching that shit. You know names. And
hey, is Witherspoon, is he a cornerback?
Yeah.
That's the boy I'm talking about. Him.
Yeah. I'll take
that's who I'm talking about.
The guy from Illinois. The kid from Illinois.
And I'll take
that's why I'm talking about him.
Hey, BLSG, what you think we should do with them draft picks, bro?
Smitty on it.
All right, so my opinion, at 10, I'm thinking corner. Y'all were mentioning corner earlier. I'm going Devin Witherspoon at 10. And then with 30, I think Sayamalu's out of here. Obviously, we all think that. He wants the bag if he wants to come back to Philly. But I'm thinking as a replacement, this guy can play both guard and tackle like a Landon Dickerson type of player. Call me crazy, but give me Osiris Torrance, guard/tackle out of Florida. And he'll come in, play that right guard spot. And if Kelsey doesn't come back, then you could have Cam Jurgens start center, which I think Kelsey's going to come back. But if Kelsey doesn't come back, you have Jurgens at center, and then you have Osiris Torrance at the right guard. But I think no matter what, Cam Jurgens is a starter next year. And I think Osiris Torrance is either going to be a backup or a starter at right guard.
I like it. And again, this
That's,
all
you know
this,
what? I'm really not opposed. I'm not opposed to what BLSG just said. I'm not opposed.
He made it sound good. I think he was Asian. God damn.
Yeah, like mine was out of the box. Mine was out of the box. I said that, but yours seemed real.
No, yours ain't out the bag, Spy Eagle 17. Mine about to be out the box.
We got to
and I
think
said
about
this in the
though.
chat a couple of times, Philly Mike. I don't know if you and LB paid attention to it. But at number 10, number 10, you know what I'm doing with the number 10 overall pick? I'm trading that motherfucker right back to the New Orleans Saints. But what they gonna have to get me back for it, they ain't gonna like. I want Marshawn Lattimore back for that.
I'm looking at it like this. Once we sign Hurst, the cap space gonna be
He ain't
slim.
worth it, Stu.
2 first-round picks.
No. Only one. Here's the reason why.
You know what I'm saying? So I think
the reason why I want him back. Want him.
Hold on, let Bill talk.
Yeah, go ahead, Val. Go ahead, Val.
Once we sign Hurst, the cap space gonna be slim. So 2 first-round draft picks gonna be a little bit more on the cap space. So I think we need to trade one of those, whether it's the 10 or the 30, move up in the second round, and get what we need in the second round. Whether that's a running back, if Kelsey ain't gonna be there, that's a guard. Whatever the case may be, our cap space gonna be slim moving forward. You know what I'm saying? So
that's why we take advantage of the draft, though.
Gonna wear on our cap space. So
hey,
I don't think
hold
we
on.
need to make
Jalen Hurst don't hit the cap till next year, right?
Yeah, he don't tend until 2024.
Yeah, he won't be on the cap, Bill.
And also, on that same note, I think Jalen gonna take a Patrick Mahomes-like deal. I don't think he's gonna
not right away. Not that first year, not that second year, right? But down the road, you know what I'm saying?
That's why I said
right away. So down the road, you know what I mean? You got to look at how slim the cap space gonna be. Do we really need 2 first round draft picks right now? Looking down the road, we just need one guy that's gonna be effective in the first round. We could trade. I want to trade the 30. We could trade the 30. I want to move up in the second, and I want to get a good back in the second. But that's
But the 10 more valuable though. Then we're gonna get more bang for the buck giving up the 10.
True.
What you think? You didn't give your answer. You asked the question. You didn't give your answer.
Who?
I don't know yet. I would trade that. I would trade the 10. I would trade out the 10 because I know we can get more for that.
Eagle 373 had a good point. Witherspoon at 10, Gibbs at 30. That's good.
Yeah, that was good.
We ain't got no 5-6 round either, so we could.
That's why I said to trade the 10 because we don't have that many picks.
Well, here's my thing.
Yeah.
As of now, I'm definitely going corner. Either I'm going corner at 10. If I can move back and get corner at 16, 17, 15, one of them 3 are still on the board, depending on how it falls, I'll do that to garner some picks too. We do got 4 top 100 picks. I like that. However, it's hard for me to say what I'll really do right now. Come March 16th, March 20th, we'll know because guess what? If Hargrave and Fletch leave, well, then we're going to be looking at D tackle as well. If we end up losing, we all believe we're going to lose Bradbury. So that's why corner's on my mind right now. I like
McPherson ain't it.
Watching Bijan Robinson though, like I said, I can't do it with the 10th pick. I couldn't do it. Not a running back. Yeah. But man, if he's there at 21, I might not like trading in a 10th.
That's why I said I would trade 10.
If say we pick somebody at 10
running back at
and
30.
it's pick 19, pick 20,
that's why I said I would trade 10 to the Saints and get
maybe call Lattimore. 30, you know what I mean?
Call count on the cap this year.
That's what I was saying. I couldn't see it at 10. I couldn't see it at 10, but that's why I said draft back.
31, I mean.
But that's what I said. At 31, you can still trade back. And you can get an early second round draft pick and still get, and with the running back you can get is the boy Jahmyr Gibbs out of Alabama.
I like him.
Ain't nobody peeped him yet. Jahmyr Gibbs out of Alabama is a nice running back too.
He like the next Alvin Kamara.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You get Jahmyr Gibbs out of Alabama, you can get him in the second round. And that's why I said I would take 10 and I would trade that back to the Saints because I want Lattimore because, he'll count against the cap this year, but Jalen's won't. So, therefore, you got enough time to catch that cash up and a couple years before Jalen's actually starts taking hold, so where you can pay Lattimore for a couple years. And his guaranteed money is almost gone over the next 2 years.
I just think that honestly, that's another situation where we're paying out more money than we need to.
Yeah.
And he's not worth the number 1 pick. Right now, we're trying to keep as
here's
much
the
of this
thing
team
about
together
it.
and
After 2 years, you can let go of him without any cap penalties because his guaranteed monies is off the books.
You giving a top 10 pick for a 2-year rental?
We can damn near do that, but we can damn near do the same thing you just said. We can do that with Bradbury. We can sign Bradbury to a 4-year deal and restructure it or let him go after 2.
But here's the thing about it. You let Bradbury go, you get a compensatory pick for him. So therefore, later on, you can still goddamn draft somebody later on. Therefore, you draft somebody later on. And
what you say, Mike?
I just looked it up. He's $22 million against the cap, Marshawn Lattimore in 2023. We can't do that. We can't do that.
We're not doing it.
I just looked it up. He's 22
But that's the thing about it. That's just for 1 year that he's against the cap for that much.
We don't have that 1 year.
Guess how much our 10th overall pick is going to be against the cap.
Did y'all forget who our GM is? Did y'all forget who our general manager is?
Oh, we know. But
this is how we do it.
Imagine you trying to make them make miracles.
This is how we do it. Y'all better stop playing like how we can't get it done.
I'm not.
Y'all acting like
get it done, but
y'all acting like Kelly the cat man. Y'all acting like he's not the cat wizard.
Yeah, but you know why he gets things done? Because he wouldn't do something like that. Not 20.
Yeah, he wouldn't put himself.
Listen, the reason Bradbury's leaving is
do y'all
we don't
think
want
he
to pay
couldn't
him
bring him in and restructure? Do y'all think he couldn't bring him in and restructure his cap to a lower number? Come on, y'all, and just convert some of his salary to a roster bonus.
Let me see his.
Don't get me wrong, bro. I think it's a lot of players.
You looking at it from a fan standpoint.
Yeah.
If you was him, you got to be like, listen, I'm not leaving no money on the table.
Yeah.
That's why Howie gives it to him in a roster bonus leading into the season.
That's the mentality, though. That's the mentality. I'm worth this. I'm worth this.
That's why Howie always presents it. That's why Howie always presents it as guaranteed roster bonus money at the leading into the season, so they know that money is guaranteed to them going into the bank before they even play a snap. That's what I just said. Howie gives it to him as a roster bonus, give him at least more than half of that as a roster bonus leading into the season, so it really don't count against our cap this year.
Yeah, but check
this out. That's the type of shit Howie's doing.
But check this out. We draft a corner at 10 who. Them 3 corners in Gonzalez, Winterspoon, and Porter, they're going to be dogs. You got to get the right one. But imagine having a guy who's as good, if not better than Lattimore for 5 years.
But hold on. Just think about it. We had to pick at 12 a couple of years ago. We had to trade up to 10 to get Smitty because the 2 corners that we wanted and Jay Horn, and they got smashed. So who's to say that those 3 corners will be there when we get there at 10?
There's going to be a big run. There's going to be a big run on quarterbacks. There's going to be a big run. So
I'm kind of glad
the first skill position is going to. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, Mike.
No, I just think that the run on quarterbacks this draft. Then you got the defensive ends and the D tackles that are going to probably be the first 2 defensive players taken. Then you got a guy like Bijan who's going to have teams thinking about that. So somebody's going to pull the trigger before the top 20th, I think. All that being said, I think corners, there's going to be, and there's 3 of them I really like. I don't know which one I like better. But yeah, the quarterbacks in general, there's going to be like 5 quarterbacks go before a corner goes. And so I do think we're going to have
out of those corners, though, I do like
Well, how we draft a corner, though,
I'm not
he don't
lie.
draft corners early.
Nice.
That got me a little nervous. I need a corner if one of them 3 are there, unless we're trading back.
He ain't grab a corner since 20.
I don't know about that. Denver Broncos drafted Pat Surtain III.
No, we didn't draft one since 2002.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Drafted one early. I don't know if that's a bad idea. Pat Surtain III with the Denver a couple of years ago.
He's a beast.
That's why we had to trade up for Smitty. And he was one of the ones we wanted. And he been playing beast mode.
Sauce is a beast. Sauce
look at Sauce last year.
Gonzalez, he don't bring that swag.
Yeah, I mean, so you know what I'm saying? Grab the corner early. I'm not opposed to that.
12 corners, dog. They don't play
True.
defense.
What'd you say,
They
Smitty?
don't play defense.
He don't trust the
Gonzalez,
Pac-12
Gonzalez
guys.
is a good corner, but he gonna need a lot of work. He a real.
Yeah.
He ain't really been nowhere where he had to play defense. So I'm
If you
taking
see they play
Porter.
the
That's
top
why I say
I'm
I
teams,
like
taking
Witherspoon.
you
I
heard
like
me,
Witherspoon.
I like
For
Witherspoon
Porter.
too.
Gonzalez versus top teams.
Witherspoon.
He can
I like
manhandle.
Witherspoon and Porter Jr. Those are my top two. Witherspoon and Porter Jr. are my top two.
Facts.
But if I can't get one of those top two, that's why I decided to trade for. That's why I said trade for a vet, because I want somebody. If it's not one of those top two guys, Gonzalez is nice, but Witherspoon and Joey Porter Jr. are just those are those two physical dog dudes that I know that's gonna get up in your face and gonna be with you step for step and ain't gonna give you no separation. Gonzalez is more of the okay, I'm a shot back and mirror you type guy.
He got long. He's
not
6'2",
really
though.
that.
He got that prototypical.
Yeah, he got that.
Size,
That's the great thing about him. That between him, like that was the one thing I liked about Rasul Douglas. It's just that Rasul Douglas, he didn't fit Jim Schwartz's scheme.
Yeah,
Rasul
if he would have
Douglas
stayed
is
one
more-
more year, we would still have him.
Like literally, if he was in this scheme, if he was in this scheme with Gannon,
started balling.
Rasul Douglas would have been a beast in this Gannon.
He would have been a beast that next year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was a beast the year he was with us. I kept saying it. Now I like him.
Who's going to be on the side of Dean?
I liked him because we all looked at, you know what I'm saying, that same year we got him and the other boy out of Washington that got injured, Sidney Jones.
Yeah.
And I kept telling everybody that year, the year we drafted him, he that we drafted Rasul Douglas out of West Virginia. That's another area game that I get all the time. He led the nation in interceptions the year he came out in his senior year. And he started his first 2 years at a JUCO college in West Virginia. And he got trained. His senior year was his first year. He walked on and he beat out the senior starter for that job and then led the nation in INTs. And I noticed he was a press zone corner. Like, yeah, if you want to play zone, cool. But let him play press where he can jam that receiver off the line and then fade back and stay in phase with him. But Jim Schwartz's scheme was, you said 7-8 yards back off the line, and you got to wait for them to get to you before you can get physical. Rasul Douglas, if he was able to get hands on you early in the route, he was great at that. That's why he actually flourished in the scheme in Green Bay, because they were more of a press zone scheme. It was more of an off the ball zone scheme for defense.
Who we gonna have lined up with Nakobe Dean, linebacker 2 or whatever?
I think we was talking about that between T.J. Edwards and Kaiser White. We was talking
earlier. Okay.
I would. That's why I said I would bring Kaiser White back, because both of them got that sideline speed. So where in the run game, if them running backs try to get to the outside, you got guys that can actually get out there quick enough. You know what I'm saying? As long as you got a guy to set the edge, you got linebackers that can get out there quick enough, and you already got corners out there. That's why I say bring back Kaiser White instead of T.J. Edwards, because T.J. Edwards, he was actually too slow reacting downhill and getting sideline to sideline. I'm not saying T.J. Edwards is a scrub. He's not. He had a good year, and he actually did a lot better than I thought he did the first few years with us.
Yeah,
but
I'm taking T.J. Edwards.
Money,
I'm combining
sideline
Nakobe
speed. I would have Kaiser.
Yeah, I'm taking Dean and TJ. I'm making TJ my priority over Kaiser, because I think that Nakobe feels Kaiser's shoes better than he'll feel TJ's shoes. That's just my take.
I want to see
Dean he's better at feeling TJ's shoes.
Season, man. I want to see him play.
Real quick though, listen, we are live. We've been live for about an hour and 10 minutes. We're gonna be getting off in about 10 to 15 minutes. We got some last conversation topics. Listen, if you haven't hit the like button on the YouTube side, hit the like button. It's free, it's easy, don't cost a thing. Shout out to Philly Fresh with the $2 super chat. He said, yo, that what I missed. We just chopping it up, Stu's telling us that TJ can't tackle. Tyler Boyd is a better option than Dallas Goedert, even though they're different positions. Stu vision. But anyways, I'm just kidding, Stu. We don't need you to get all crazy on me now, real quick.
Y'all ain't got Y'all don't gotta believe me, but I'm telling you, I watch these guys all the time, man.
Nah, I hear you.
Those are local games for me. In order for me to watch Eagles games, I gotta put my Sunday ticket on.
Yeah. Well, I'm live watching the Eagles game, so it is what it is. If you haven't, click the link at the top of the pinned comment section on the YouTube side. Click it. All you gotta do is fill out the Jan app stuff. Put the promo code in. The promo code is it should be there. That being said, next week we're going to do this Sunday at 7:00 as well. Every Sunday in the off season, all the way to the season starts, we'll be doing this. Want to get as many people on as possible, new people, different people. I know Stu's going to be here every week. I can already tell. You know what I mean? But yeah, listen, let's talk a little bit more before we get out of here. What's on your minds? Well, let's get the new guy, Lay Low. What's going on with you?
Lay low. Let's go.
What's up?
Nothing.
So you came in as we were talking about linebackers. Give me your take. If you could only bring back one in Kaiser White or TJ Edwards, who would you bring back if you only could bring back one?
TJ Edwards.
Give me your reason why if you can elaborate.
The last 2 seasons, I think he had like 100 tackles.
Yeah, he's been a tackling machine, and one thing I like about him is he's been getting better. Last year we saw some promise. This year he even stepped it up. So I don't even think he's reached his limit and his ceiling. I think there's more to TJ's game. He's still a young guy too. And he overcame a lot. He was an undrafted free agent too. He
dropped a lot of picks too.
Wisconsin. He had his opportunities.
Yeah.
I think that I got my reasons for both of them. Honestly, like I would rather keep TJ Edwards, but to be honest with you, I think that Nakobe Dean in there with either one of them is going to be a better tandem than it was last year. No matter who we keep, if we just put Nakobe Dean in with Kaiser White or TJ Edwards, either one is going to be better because Nakobe Dean has a better athletic ability than both of them. He has a better IQ as a young player than both of them. And I think he's going to help that defense just gel together, especially in the middle of the field. All those missed run tackles, that's not happening next year. Yeah. That's not happening.
Yeah. I definitely like that Titans game when we were blowing him out. Nakobe Dean came right in. And
6 tackles. 6 tackles.
He showed like he didn't miss a step. So I'm looking forward to seeing him in 2023.
That's why I say I gotta agree with Fly Eagle 17 on that one. It really don't matter which one you put in with Nakobe Dean. I would prefer Kaiser White, but I really don't think it will really matter which one it is. I think both of them, or either one of them,
he's gonna fill the role regardless.
He's a mechanic. He got his degree in mechanical engineering.
Yeah.
So his whole mind is like quick thinking and figure that out.
And he gonna get on that.
And I don't think it will really matter which.
With TJ Edwards and all those missed tackles.
Oh yeah,
he's gonna get on their ass. Nakobe Dean. I mean, not Nakobe Dean. Kaiser White.
Not just like anybody. Look, I don't think it would just be the linebackers with the missed tackles. I think he's the type of dude.
Everybody.
He gonna get on linebackers, corners, safeties, linemen. He getting on everybody about missed tackles because he's trying to succeed at the highest level.
And that's another reason why we need to get the right defensive coordinator, bro. We need to, because we need them to play the way they need to play.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm not opposed to hiring Rex Ryan as a DC.
I'm not either.
And making Seth Joyner the linebacker coach. I'm not opposed to that. Yeah. Bring some old school, back in the day, Buddy Ryan football back to this defense.
Yep.
I don't like the defensive coordinator, but Seth Joyner in that linebacker core, they're gonna gel perfectly. Like Nicole,
he gonna get them boys right.
Linebacker, like just Seth Joyner being there with the defense, that's gonna be perfect. Like if he's just a position,
he gonna have them boys right. He gonna have them boys right.
Who you want for DC?
Me?
Yeah.
The candidates that we've been talking to, that Michigan guy, the Shula guy, and Denard Wilson, I'll probably just honestly stay with Denard Wilson, especially after hearing what the players came out and said. I think when you got guys that are vouching for him in the way they did it, and they didn't say it as we like him as a person. You know, they could have vouched and saying he's a cool dude, he's a genuine dude, he should get a job. Like, we like him that way. They vouched for his football IQ. They vouched for saying if a guy like C.J. Gardner-Johnson just had his best year, and then he comes out and says that I believe he can get me to the next level, like that is big time vouching.
Big,
and
that's major.
You know, just because he was under Jonathan Gannon don't mean he's going to use his system. He was in Seattle, he was in New York. I think Denard Wilson at this point.
And y'all got to think, C.J. Gardner-Johnson, he young. He only 25, y'all.
That's why we need a long term. We need a long term him.
If we fill these holes correctly, bro, we good for 10 years. If we fill these holes correctly,
like he's the same age as my oldest daughter.
Because these Bradbury might be going to the Cardinals.
What happened?
Gannon trying to get Bradbury, man.
Okay,
I can believe it. I thought that too. I thought he might.
You already know Gannon going to try to pull as many pieces.
Anything we know, he's trying to get it.
He going to try. He took the linebacker coach right away. Like, I could see Gannon looking at guys like Epps and TJ and Kaiser, Bradbury. So whoever we do not end up signing, you can again. I think CJ.
If he take Epps, give us Buda Baker.
Get Buda Baker. I like him. He's a beast.
Because the way I see it is on defense, if we can keep C.J. Gardner-Johnson and Javon Hargrave, the rest of them can go. I don't give a damn.
I feel the same way. I feel the exact same way, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you.
DJ
really just C.J. Gardner-Johnson. If we let him go, that's a loss.
They ain't letting him go, man.
That's a big loss. That's a loss if he go.
Don't franchise tag him before that.
We already got him in the field. We already got him in the field.
We'll tag him.
We ain't going.
Yeah, we're gonna tag him. He ain't going nowhere.
No.
Well, Mike, I've seen you and I've seen LB talk about, like, you know, how we might not want to take somebody under Gannon. And sometimes, you know, it's that person that's just sitting right behind you, just like, bro, he don't know what he's talking about. And let me just give me that chance. Sometimes that's the case.
That's Denard Wilson. Yeah, you're right.
You gotta replace him too at corner. And we've been worried about the corners sitting off. The corners doing this. The new cornerback coach might be like, hey, bro, we can't sit up. This is Patrick Mahomes.
And I've been thinking about that too.
We gotta press up.
I've been thinking about that too. Anybody ever thought about how crazy would it be if you was a former player in this league and you got a son that's currently playing in this league, but you were still coaching in this league on a different team? Could y'all imagine Asante Samuel being a DB coach, being the corners coach here, while his son playing in Los Angeles for the Chargers?
I won't be mad at it. Position coach.
Hold up 1 second. Though. We got a super chat from Rashad Maybon on the YouTube side. He said, what would y'all rather do? Trade for Ramsey, draft a D tackle from Georgia, Joey Porter Jr. or Weatherspoon, or trade back and get more rookies? So he's saying, would you rather trade for Ramsey and then draft a D tackle? Oh, well, trade for Ramsey.
Gonna cost and then much money.
I think he said
Ramsey is like Lattimore.
Gonna cost you more than Lattimore.
That's just like Lattimore.
Well, then again, I agree with that. I don't really think we need to trade for a corner, but he said the Georgia D tackle, Joey Porter or Weatherspoon, or trade back. What would y'all do?
I'm taking Weatherspoon.
If I had my let's fly. What you gonna do, Fly Eagle 17? What you thinking?
I'm a draft, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. Or a pickup in free agency, maybe, you know. But I'm not about to trade for nobody. That's last. I wouldn't even do that, honestly. It's not even an option.
All right, K, what you got, 1K? 1K, what you taking?
I'm taking Weatherspoon.
Yeah.
I'm taking Weatherspoon.
Yeah.
I mean, the only way I'm a trade for something, honestly, is if the running back ain't there in the draft. I'm gonna go out there and trade for a running back.
My bad.
I like it. Yeah.
Talking on Eagles, what you thinking?
Witherspoon.
Because I'm thinking the same thing as y'all is. I ain't gonna lie, I'm thinking the same thing.
He did say about trading back too, which I know Fly Eagles 17 messaged said, let me trade back a little bit and look at that Bijan.
It depends though. Trading back depends on like if the pieces we was gonna go after ain't there no more.
Yeah. How the
You know
board,
what I'm saying?
the board dictates that as well.
Right, exactly.
Fly Eagle, what's up?
Just like,
that's what I think.
We was going at the land.
You said what?
What's reasonable?
What'd you say?
Like
at what position is
we
getting
had eyes on CD Lamb, and everybody knew it. So Dallas said, "No, we're gonna steal that pick from them. So now we're gonna mess their whole situation." But that's what they did.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so
Fly Eagle, you said you want to trade back for Bijan. What would you trade back to though?
I mean, it's flexible, bro. He's not going before 20. I don't think he's going before 20, but I don't think he's gonna make it to 30.
So 17, somewhere in there.
Yeah, somewhere around there. Cause that'll give us like a.
So what they gotta give us though?
That'll give us the 17 and maybe like a third for next year or something like that.
This draft is deep though, with some defensive cornerbacks and stuff. Again, I want to get one of the top guys, no ifs or buts, because having a lockdown out there.
If I'm trading back, I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I'm gonna keep it a bean, y'all. If we at 10 and we trading back, the only way I'm trading back, we better get an extra one for next year. That's the only way it's happening for me. I gotta get an extra one for next year.
I would use a 30 for that though. I would use a 30 for that.
Nah, cause see, 30 is too late. Cause baby, 30, 31, and 32, they basically glorify second round picks in the draft. That's all they are. They glorify early second round picks. But if it's a top 10 pick, if you trade back a top 10 pick, they already know they got to come with an offer. They already know. Them late first round picks from like 28, from like 27 on, they ain't nothing but glorified second round picks, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
So like, that's why I say, if I'm trading back that top 10 pick, the only way I'm doing that is whoever is trying to trade up, I gotta get another second. I gotta get a first rounder for next year. That's the only way I'm trading that back. Other than that, I'm picking at 10.
I just feel like, honestly, the reason why I even made like what I said, the reason why I even said what I said, because who's gonna give you the productivity this year, right now, that Bijan will to complete your roster? Like, I honestly don't. Even if we get a corner, that's iffy move. You know what I mean? Because we have hella rookie corners in the last 2-3 years. None of them panned out. None of them. So that's an iffy move. Our O-line.
There's one undrafted free agent rookie that we. There's two undrafted free agent rookie corners that we picked up in this last offseason that I like. The one from Clemson, make something, and then we got another boy that came from Alabama, Josh Jobe. I like those two. I think one of them can be I think at least Josh Jobe can develop to be a CB2, maybe possibly CB1. But I got him right now as a high grade level, potential high grade CB2. So, I mean, I'm not too. I think he can develop into more. So I'm not too stressed about corner like that as much as I am, but not like that. But that's why I say at 10.
My mental
the only
is just,
way I'm trading 10 back.
My mental is just
is
like,
if I'm
how
getting
long do
first
we have
round for
Gainwell,
the next year.
Mike, how long we got Gainwell left?
Oh, Gainwell will have him for he was a
2 more years, 2 more years.
Two more years before you have to figure him out.
So what's the thing about Miles and this? We're going around the league. We don't want to. Nobody pays running backs, right? Nobody wants to pay a running back. So we get a running back in the first round. Now we solidified that position for 4 or 5 years. Well, we don't have to pay him, and we don't have to pay nobody this year. So therefore, we got Gainwell. Gainwell, he's on a rookie contract. We go get one in the rookie round. Now you got Jalen Hurts. That dynamic, that duo in the back, that's going to be unstoppable. Mm-hmm. Especially if you put all three of them like we've been doing all year.
He could catch out the backfield
Gainwell,
too.
Bijan, and Jalen Hurts. Then we got AJ, Devontae, and Goddard. And come on, man, who's where you? What do you even look at as a defensive coordinator? What do you?
This is what we all.
That's
this is what we're all. We're all
I'm gonna say this.
looking at these young guys.
I don't know if I can fully get behind it, but man, Bijan Robinson behind this O-line with Jalen Hurts freezing the linebackers, him catching passes out the backfield, using them in the slot. So many things you can do with him. But there are other running backs like that Gibbs guy, there's a guy named Tank, Tank. I forgot. I just started doing my running back pool, looking at some of the guys. They're deep. They're saying there's like a solid 8 to 10 guys that you can get day 2 and day 3 that could be productive. Now we're not talking Bijan productive.
Yeah.
This man gonna be
Bijan's the
superstar.
only number one, the only draft first round pick. Everybody else can go in the second.
Yeah,
like he's the only first round pick I can see.
All right, I'm gonna just throw this out there to y'all real quick. I'm not disagreeing with any of y'all because I would love Bijan Robinson, and I wouldn't mind having Tamir Gibb from Alabama neither. But here's what I want to tell y'all: we gotta stop worrying. We gotta stop thinking about we can get another rookie guy. What happens when you bring in these rookie guys that aren't? They're not ready for the physicality of the NFL. It's one thing, college physicality. NFL physicality is different. Y'all think the thing. NFL is a league that brings these boys out, they eat them up, and they spit them out and let them know, hey, boy, you ain't built for this.
But look, you got to look at our team, bro. You got to look at our team. Iron Sharp.
That all falls back on your scout.
I do look at our team and look at how
Blankenship is not doing that on another team. Blankenship ain't doing that on another team.
Look at how long it took. Yeah, but look at how long. But you said, hold on. You just said look at Blankenship.
Because
Blankenship doesn't take as much physicality on every single play as an NFL running back.
I'm saying the how our team is constructed is gonna grow. It's gonna make these people develop into NFL players quicker than if you're on a team where your defense isn't that good.
Let's look at it this way. Let's look at it this way. Think about the running. Hold up, real quick.
Is it change the game speed?
Think about the running backs that have been drafted in the first or even second round. They ball out. Think about it. I mean, from Zeke to Saquon. Again, injuries might have stopped them, but these are ballers in their first 2 to 3 years. They're playmakers. They're top 5, top 10 running backs.
Leonard Fournette.
So when you get drafted early as a running back, it's normally
all those guys y'all just mentioned. What do they look like right now compared to what Miles Sanders looks like right now? Miles Sanders, he took those lumps those first few years, and you look at him now. He was more productive this year than every single running back y'all just named. It takes time to get used to NFL physicality.
That's not fair, Stu, because really we can't really grade that because he's always been this same back. He just gets hurt, and then he's not there. He's always
Guess what? Every single NFL back y'all just named, have all been the same back. What are they looking like right now? What does Miles look like right now?
Wait.
Miles has been the same back, but listen, that's just like if we were to take Saquon Barkley and put him on our team, what would he look like?
Exactly. But look,
Saquon. Hold on.
Let me just say this.
I'm gonna say this flat out. I'm gonna be real about this.
Dude, you're missing
I'm gonna be real about this.
Listen, hold on.
I said flat out when Saquon was drafted.
Stu, 1 second.
I got you.
My point was this: not about who's more productive, Sanders or these guys. My point is, the guys I named that was drafted early were productive early because your thing was that if we draft a guy, he might not be ready for the NFL. Blah 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 blah. Miles Sanders took a little bit, and it really wasn't his ability; it was staying healthy was his problem. That being said, I'm only comparing them to guys like Zeke and Saquon because they were top 15 running back picks, and their first year they were productive. That's what I'm trying to compare. That if you take a running back in the top 15, he better be top 5. Is my thing.
Yeah.
Here's the thing about it, y'all. You just said that in their first year. I'm not thinking about a running back just for 1 year, bro. This is a position.
No, but your
that
point
you need
was
to
that they
find
won't
a
be
running
ready.
back.
Your point was that
he was talking about
wouldn't
coming
be
out
ready,
the gate,
and I was saying that everybody was ready. That
coming straight out the gate. Not all running backs drafted into the NFL are ready for the NFL physicality. Not all NFL running backs that are drafted. Not all running backs that are drafted out of college are ready for that physicality.
Picks have been. There hasn't been a top 15 running back who just wasn't ready.
Stu, can I say this? Can I say this?
There's not many
really
top 15 running backs.
Really?
You can
more so on my point.
You can honestly apply that scenario to any position, bro.
True.
Yeah. Not in any position, yes, but more so the NFL running backs because they take more physicality on offense every single play, just like offensive linemen. Them and offensive linemen deal with more physicality, play in and play out, than any other players, any other position on the field. Am I right or wrong?
But again, your question
you're
was
right.
this, though. You're right. Listen, but you first said that I'm not talking about a running back being productive for 1 year. I'm just saying we don't see running backs go top 10 often because a lot of people don't want to waste that capital on a running back. However, whenever they do pick a running back early, they are ready, and then they be not only ready that they are the guy. They are bell cows. But real quick before we continue, shout out to Dank Burrito with the $5 super chat.
Dalvin Cook was picked. Dalvin Cook was one of those.
That first year he got what happened?
10. ACL injury.
He wasn't picked in the top 10.
He was an early first round. He was a first round running back, wasn't he?
I said top 10, top 15.
He said top 10 though.
Go ahead.
I'm not talking about any running back being picked. But real quick, Dank Burrito with the $5 super chat. We appreciate it.
Oh, by the way, this is just tobacco, y'all. This is just tobacco that I'm hitting. I ain't hitting no weed. I'm just hitting tobacco, y'all.
You good. Anyway, he said, I think. Oh, let me pull it up on the other one. He said, I think we can wait on running back. Kenny, I don't know how to say the last name, and Kendre Miller, Zach Charbot would all be good backs too. And I agree with that. Fly Eagles Fly mentioned Bijan Robinson because he's that toy that if we had him, it would be so much fun. But I do think that everybody on this panel understands that the running back position it's hard to say reasons to pick a running back in the top 10. And I do think, as Dank Burrito just said, all these running backs, and I like Gibbs too from Alabama. I think you on day 2, you could get a solid productive running back. So I don't think I would go Bijan, but it's just one of them things where you watch.
I want to say I appreciate somebody. Hey, Dank Burrito with Philly Eagle 56. Thanks for correcting me. Dalvin Cook was a second round running back. Thanks for correcting me, guys.
Because we were looking at Dalvin Cook. Who did
on the YouTube side?
Who did we take right before Dalvin Cook?
Side. Yeah, because Cook, Mixon, and Chubbs, they were all second round picks. Thanks for looking out, Dank Burrito. Good look.
And again, my thing wasn't just that.
And Philly Eagle 56. Good look.
Yeah, and so at the end of the day, I don't think we go running back in the first round. I think there's too many runners. There's like about 5 to 10 that you can plug and play, especially on this team, which a lot of points have been made. I mean, Jeff Stoutland, the O-line, Jalen Hurts, it makes the running back different. Let's be totally honest. The 2 games that Miles Sanders played without Jalen Hurts, they were probably 2 of his worst games. You know what I mean? So not only did Minshew come in and lose 2 games, but the threat of Jalen is huge for Sanders.
Yeah, Jalen has a different effect on the offense altogether, man.
Fred Warner was in quicksand in that NFC Championship game via Jalen Hurts.
The Bijan pick was just like a splash. It was a splash I might have wanted, but honestly, like you said, like with everything on the table, it's like, bro, you can really put a lot of running backs in here. Back to the point you were saying real quick about like people that get drafted early. That's the thing. They get drafted early, but they don't even have this. They don't have this team. They don't have Jalen Hurts. They don't have a lot of this stuff that's on the line for us. So we can really get somebody and really let them flourish in this offense early. You know, they might not even need all the snaps. They might not take all the hits. They might not have to run the ball so many times because of what we have.
I'm glad you said that because I really didn't think about it that. I'm glad you said that because I really ain't even think about it that way. Because I forget the effect Jalen has on the defense when it comes to the running game. So that actually opens lanes up and it frees actually the running back up for less contact.
That's what I was saying. If we get them, how can you stop us?
I didn't think about that.
Saying. If we get them, how you can stop us?
I really didn't think. That's why I'm glad you said that because you gave me cause to pause right there and think about that for a second.
Yeah, real quick.
You're right on that one.
Shout out to Rashad Naben.
That does take a little pressure off the running game.
Shout out to Rashad. He said, if we really trade Quez, who would you guys want in the slot? He mentions DJ Chark. Brandon Cooks, Marvin Jones, Robert Woods, or draft Marvin Harrison Jr. So if, again, and we spoke about that being we're not saying we don't have to address the Quez Watkins situation. We said it's the last thing on our list, most of our list. But if you had to pick out of these guys, Talk, Cooks, Jones, Woods, Marvin Harrison Jr. in the draft, who comes to mind for y'all?
This how much you had in your cup.
Well, with my trade back, that's who I did want in the second round. Though was Marvin Harrison Jr. with our second round pick.
Wouldn't be bad.
I'm not gonna lie to y'all, man. I would take.
I ain't gonna lie, yo. There's this wide receiver that I've been peeping. He's out of HBCU. He's out of FAMU, yo. Xavier something. This young buck, I'm telling you, he is a route running savant. He had dudes at the HBCU Bowl. He had dudes literally tripping over their own feet on return routes and little short end breaking routes, or just routes where he did a sharp. He had dudes literally they couldn't even run because they tripped over their own feet.
But look, when you put everything into consideration, to be honest, when you put everything in consideration, unless it's like just a splash not number one, but like a great slot wide receiver, I honestly would just take Quez doing some good training and getting his ass back out there and proving himself over a lot of these people. You say what?
Quez on the trading block.
You say he is?
Yeah.
I mean, I'll do that too.
But they got him on the trade block.
Like personally, I wouldn't. It's like with a lot of things because you got to think about all the weapons we have. That wide receiver isn't, even if it's a good receiver, even if it's a good slot, he's not really. Who's to say he's gonna be happy with not getting the ball, but once every 3 games?
I can tell you one thing.
I would take Quez just because everybody's already together. It's already you know what I mean. And Quez, he can get better. You know what I mean? I don't see him.
I would trade one of our second round picks for Elijah Moore.
That's what I think. He on the trading block.
I'll trade one of our second round picks for Elijah Moore from the Jets.
I don't see him repeating that though.
Because he really don't get that many targets, so we gonna get because he got
Elijah Moore on targets, man.
Listen, he got that's what I'm saying. He got value right now, so they're gonna trade him because we still got Ward that you can plug in there just for time being. That's what I think.
Hell no.
That's what I'm saying. This is what I think.
I wouldn't go
they
back.
doing until
that's going way too far back. Hell no.
Until they go get that other receiver. That's what I'm saying.
No, I know.
I would trade
all
of
them. I don't want Greg Ward though.
You got AJ Smitty, Goddard.
No, I said trade our late second round pick for Elijah Moore. Trade our late second round pick to the Jets for Elijah Moore and put him in a slot.
But you can't do that, bro, because that's our defense. Like I said, you got to make this our last. That's our last move. That wide receiver is the last move. You can't take the second round pick.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's a last resort thing. That's a last resort thing. That's why I said the late
third wide receiver when we need defense.
That late second round pick.
We need it for defense. All that.
We still got a third.
Like the Packers.
We still got a third. Well, yeah, that's why I said trade that 10 back to get
the other tight end we got. He can get more targets than Quez. Stall.
What'd you say, K?
I said Quez.
That's why I say trade that number 10 back.
So that's what I'm saying. Quez, we're gonna trade Quez because he got some type of value. Like that fourth quarter wide receiver. We're not worried about that right now.
If we trade him, I don't see us trading him till the deadline though. I think we're gonna let him play.
I'm just saying he on the
He's
market.
gonna trade a deadline.
That's all I'm saying. He's on the market.
I think we're gonna let him play, get him a little bit more. Get him
I
a little
like
more
him,
trade
but I'm
value.
just saying, you know,
we're gonna give him a Jalen Reagor type parting.
Yep.
We're gonna let him play a little bit, try to get his value.
But we didn't play
Rager.
We didn't play Rager for the
Yeah, you can't listen. You can't put Quez and Rager in the same thing.
Quez ain't that bad, bro.
That's why he ain't had much more value.
Like he you know, he was questionable. You know, I think he need to get the gym a little bit. You know what I mean? Because they took them balls off him. Man, it was like taking candy from a baby. So maybe you got to go hit the iron a little bit, get a couple more bowls of oatmeal in him. You know what I'm saying? But no, we ain't gonna pick. He not no regular. We ain't gonna do that.
Yeah, let's not forget. Quez Watkins was a 6th round draft pick. You know what I mean? So let's not act like he hasn't.
Well,
I mean,
hold on, 100K. I don't know, man. He was dropping clutch catches just like Rager was. So I don't know.
Rager was running wrong routes. at times. Like Rager was bad. And
But
again,
he
he
was
was
going
also
through
doing
great
what he
hands though.
Quez dropped some touchdown passes just like Rager did.
Again,
Rager did
7th
more.
round draft pick, exceeded expectations his last year, not this year. Rager was a 1st round pick who never did anything. Big difference.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm not saying Rager's better than Quez. I'm just saying same results.
He ain't. You can't say.
Hell no. Hey Mike. Hey yo Mike. I just want to say real quick. I've been watching you. I've been watching LB. A couple of y'all, Stu. I know you from the channel and everything like that. I've been watching y'all for a minute, and I appreciate everything. You feel me? It feels good to be on here with all y'all Eagles fans and everything like that. You know what I mean? Like just even the Jan app, Mike. That was a great move getting this Jan app. That's a great thing because we could do stuff like this. You know what I mean? I just want to appreciate it real quick. You know what I mean?
Like I said, we gonna do this every single Sunday.
I've been going through heartbreak and depression for the last week and a half.
I'm still upset.
It's great that I was able to talk to a couple of my fellow people.
Mike. Mike, can I plug my channel?
Go ahead, plug it.
Hey man, I appreciate everybody, man. Go subscribe to my channel, 100K Philly Sports Media, man.
Definitely
sure.
Check him out. He drops Eagles and Sixers content. He right in the heart of Philly. Like I said, we're gonna be doing this every single
and boxing.
And boxing, yeah.
You hold on. You said Eagles, Sixers, and boxing.
Oh yeah, I'm a hybrid channel. Yes,
I'll be on there.
I'm
on
you.
I'm gonna subscribe in a minute.
I'm on you. I'm on you, bro.
Thanks.
Matter of fact, on my computer, I'm typing in 100K right now.
Yeah,
I am not playing, bro.
Philly Sports Media.
There we go.
Not
and
playing.
Again, we are going to be doing this every single Sunday at 7 p.m. Throughout the whole off season. So this is going to be a thing where it's not like you got to say, oh, when they're doing it. It's going to be every Sunday at 7. The goal is and we got about 200 people watching on the YouTube side. The goal is after the first 2 to 3 weeks is to only be going live on the Jan app. So you got to come to the Jan app.
That's you?
That's him.
Sir.
That's you? I got you. I just subscribed, bro. I got you.
Thanks, bro. Appreciate it.
Yeah, everybody.
No doubt, fam.
Definitely go check out. Just type in, what is it again? 100K?
100K Philly Sports Media.
There you go.
Yes,
type
sir.
it in the search bar. You'll be good. Again, if you are in the YouTube side and you haven't hit the like button, hit that. Also, click the link pinned at the top of the comment section. All you got to do is, once you click the link, it's going to take you to the Jan app. Download it. Sign up. If you can't see the area to put the promo code in, once you download it, I don't know why they got to fix that bug still, but you download it, click the link a second time, and it will take you to the spot to put the promo code so they know that Philly Mike sent you. It helps me out. And again, we want to grow this. I know we got right around 100. It was like 92 people hit the promo code. We do got over 200 people following. But again, that not everybody hit the promo code. I can see who followed and not hit it and all that. It is what it's complicated. We're going to try to fix it up, but great conversations. And what's going to be good about this is, we'll know more. Every Sunday, we'll have different things to talk about. We'll probably, by next Sunday, know who our DC and OC is. And then
we better.
The Sundays leading up to the draft is going to be epic. What I'm going to try to do is pull up a mock draft and let whoever's on the panel, we all do a mock draft together and blah, 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 and see who we got. So live mock draft coming up. So a bunch of things coming up on the Jan app. Make sure you are following and got the promo code clicked. Before we get up out of here.
Hey, yo.
Y'all got anything else y'all want to say?
Mike, let me say this real quick. Mike. I'm going to say this real quick, yo. Mike, I'm glad you did this because you know me. I always do call-ins with you and LB. But to be able to sit and talk with other Philly fans in this, Philly Eagles 17 is right, man. I'm glad you did this. Like you said, this is barbershop talk. I don't disagree with none of y'all. I just like to come with an opposite position from y'all to see how everybody else feel about it. I'm one of those people. I love sports debate. I love chopping it up with people who talk sports who can keep it a bean and stand how they feel. So, fellas, everybody here, nothing but love, y'all. I love all y'all guys.
That's why we all here, yo. It's
likewise, bro.
Sure.
All right. Until next time, Y'all know what time it is. I'm gonna end it on the YouTube side of things. Peace out, YouTube. Hit that like, do all that stuff, pin comment, get it done. We out. Peace.